Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. Ryan Day, the Ohio State Buckeyes are putting together a legendary class in 2025 as they land another commitment. This one coming from four-star safety Faheem Delane from the state of Maryland. You start taking a look at this secondary class for Ohio State. The two best cornerbacks already locked in Naheem Offord and Devin Sanchez. Now you add the number 2 safety in the 2025 cycle. We give Brian Hartline a lot of credit for what he does on the recruiting trail in that wide receiver room. Talk about one of the second best recruiters in the country. It's Tim Walton and what he's doing in this defensive backfield for this Buckeyes program. Faheem Delane, just a box checker. Those who've listened for a while know that I am extremely excited and high on what this kid can do in the modern era of college football, a versatile chess piece in the back end of this Ohio State defense, and just fits what Jim Knowles wants to do to a T. This is a versatile safety that you can put in the box. You can play as a single high defender. Really, really high in this kid. Another massive pickup for Ohio State. Before we get into the film, check them out. Just want to say thank you to you guys and to the Ohio State fans. It's been extremely busy over the last couple of weeks, breaking down this program on the recruiting trail. The support's been phenomenal. Can't thank you guys enough. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. And without further ado, let's get into Faheem Delane coming from Maryland. And I think where you first want to start is you look at the modern era of college football and how many teams want to get as much speed on the field as possible. You want to be able to match that, but you want to be able to match that with guys that also give you some support in the run game. Faheem Delane's that guy. He's just a box checker in terms of how he can be used in this Ohio State defense. And you look at Jim Knowles in the versatility and the complexity of what he wants to do on defense. You have a guy in Faheem Delane who really can do everything you want as a back-end defender, a guy that can hold up in coverage, come down to the box, give you run support, can get after the passer extremely well. He's a box checker. You take a look at the production, 69 tackles, 18 pass breakups. I think this one is just a really good football player. I think number 2 fits what Jim Knowles wants to do on the defensive side of the football extremely well. And then you start taking a look at the bloodlines. His older brother at Virginia Tech was a true freshman All-American in 2022. Want to get into the film, talk about what Faheem Delane brings to this Ohio State defense. And I think the first rep you want to just take a look at what he can do in special teams. And you just get this sense and kind of just get to experience the sheer athleticism that this kid has. You see him moving with the football, very, very fluid as a mover, has that top end speed that you want to see from a safety that's going to have to play in space a lot and cover a lot of ground. But this is why I love this kid. And this is no doubt why Ohio State loves him as well. What he can do as a box defender, it's kind of next level. You can routinely walk him into the box, and he combines the physical traits of just being explosive and physical at the point of attack. He combines that with the football IQ of a guy that seemingly is going into year 4 of his college football career, getting downhill, working through traffic, making the play on the running back. You see the physicality in which he brings to the tackle box. IQ again, a little fake punt. Faheem Delane snuffs it out really, really well downhill. Physical at the point of attack. Again, this is where he lives, in the box, shooting gaps, getting behind the line of scrimmage. He's a guy that can give you those negative plays, those game-changing plays. Little juice off the line of scrimmage, blocking a field goal, getting it done in special teams. Again, walk him into the box, let him get downhill, chase a play down from the backside. There's not many things. You talk about football IQ, right? The first couple of reps that we saw in the film were him being a box safety, getting it done as a run defender. You take a look at what he can do in the back end. Like, you can put him as a 2-high, single-high safety, reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, tremendous ball skills to make those plays as well. You continue to work through the film of a guy like Faheem Delane, and all you see is him just find the football, whether it's in a ball carrier's hands, whether it's in the air. This is a game changer, a chess piece for this Ohio State defense, getting his hands on more footballs. He wreaks havoc from just about everywhere on the football field, triggering downhill, making tackles in space. Really big fan of this kid. You take a look at what Ohio State has in this 2025 cycle. Sitting at the number 2 ranked recruiting class in the country. This is their 14th commitment. You have the number 2 player in the country coming in at quarterback, and Tavian St. Clair, a guy that You talk about a riser, according to a lot of Power 5 programs and recruiting industries, there's a good chance Tavian St. Clair is going to be the #1 quarterback, #1 player in the country. Then you start stacking and say this cornerback, this secondary class is going to be so special. Multiple guys in the top 100. And for Ohio State fans, this is what you're looking at, right? Ohio State is sitting at 14 commitments. This is the number you're looking at. 94.92, which is going to go over 95 once they factor in Faheem Delane's commitment, I should say. We don't see numbers this high almost ever. And you look at some of the classes we saw Texas A&M put, Georgia put a couple years. This is, in my mind, for Ohio State, turning out to be one of those classes. And Ryan Day is putting together, not only using the transfer portal exceptionally well, but getting it done on the high school recruiting trail. This is going to be a special class. Ryan Day continuing to move on the recruiting trail. A lot more commitments, it sounds like, coming down the pipe for Ohio State. We'll continue to break them down. Appreciate you guys rocking with the fellas. Again, if y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to y'all later.